So, Asia was right. Asia was right. Winning isn't for everyone. Winning is not for everyone. She's on the money. Winning isn't for everyone. I can't, oh, no, Asia, no! And by the way, look. If we can't laugh about this, if we can't meme this, then I'm sorry. Everything we know about sports is off the damn, is gone. It's over. Obviously, this is a completely memeable offense, but the winning isn't for everybody. And then they go, and it's the first time they lose. You release a winning isn't for everyone commercial about Asia Wilson. Her team is the 4th seed. Her team goes to the 4th seed and they lose. And yeah, obviously, is Asia Wilson one of the best players ever? Did she have a great regular season? Yeah. I'm sorry, and people are like, oh, why don't you say this about other players? Because they didn't have a winning isn't for everyone commercial. I'm sorry. If LeBron came out and did this after 2016, do you not think we are part of it? We all are basketball fans. If LeBron did this after 2016 or after 2020 or at any stage, if this picture existed with LeBron James and it was a commercial that he was okayed, and by the way, this was a very controversial commercial. If you don't know, Temi Fagbenle had a problem with it. There were WNBA players that were not from America that had a problem with this commercial and publicly had a problem with this commercial. So this wasn't like Nike just did it for everyone. It's like, no. They had an actual problem with this commercial. So it's not like it was one thing. But I'm sorry, if anyone else's face was on here and they lost, it would be memed. I'm sorry, we don't. I'm not going to do it because I know the actual media is walking on eggshells. They're afraid to criticize WNBA players, they're afraid to meme WNBA players. No one thinks Asia Wilson's a bad basketball player. Heck, the majority think Asia Wilson's the best player in the world. Asia Wilson is if Joel Embiid was an Iron Man. And I fully am convinced if Joel Embiid was a beacon of health, if he was the epitome of health, people will be calling Joel Embiid the best basketball player in the world too. That's not a knock on Asia Wilson. She's Joel Embiid. But the first time losing in years. And not only that, no offense to Asia Wilson, she was not good in the playoffs. Well, maybe not good in the playoffs, not good in this series. You might be saying, but she had 19 and 10. She had 2 points in the fourth quarter and shot the ball twice. They went into the fourth quarter. They lost it by 12. They were down 2 going into the fourth quarter. They were down 2. She shot the ball twice. It was literally, Kelsey, go take us home. Kelsey, go take us home. And I'm sorry, maybe she bought into the non-basketball reasons. She implied that the only reason that Kelsey Plum got to where she was because of non-basketball reasons. If you believe that, don't pass her the damn ball. She wasn't even that good. But Asia really, and then people were like, oh, she scored so many fourth quarters in the game 2 loss. But I'm like, in the game 2 loss, if you watch the game, it was she would hit a shot down 8 to bring it to 6. And then when she had the chance to tie it, she airballed the layup. It was a bad playoff series for Asia Wilson. And it's fine. You can have bad playoff series. It doesn't mean that she wasn't finals MVP last year. It doesn't mean that she was an undeserving MVP. It doesn't mean that she shouldn't go into next season as one of the 2-3 favorites for MVP. It doesn't mean that, in my opinion, there are 4 players that you can have an argument are the best player in the world. And I think it all depends on what you value. Because as far as it depends on your philosophy of basketball. If you believe if you believe in the process method of basketball, where the team who shoots the most open shots or most high percentage shots wins, then you can fully make the argument Caitlin Clark is the best player in the world. If you want somebody that is the best player fitting into a system who can literally do everything, if you want her to be a role player, she'll be a role player. If you want her to be the star, she'll be the star. If you want her to pass, she'll pass. Who will do absolutely everything. And then there's Nafisa Collier. If you want the most dominant force in basketball, it's Asia Wilson. Or if you want somebody that is a guard forward hybrid LeBron of the WNBA, basically, go and look at Stewie. Like, there are those 4 players. I don't think you can make an argument of anyone other than those 4, and it all depends on what your philosophy of basketball is. So to say that A'ja Wilson's not in that that top tier player, but she wasn't good in the playoffs, and like we have to say that. Like, you can criticize players. Like, just like, again, if you want to talk about Indiana, Caitlin Clark was terrible in game 1. Caitlin Clark was brilliant in game 2. She was terrible in game 1. Kelsey Mitchell was bad in the playoffs. But doesn't mean they had a bad regular season. Nneka Nwumeke was awful in the playoffs. I still have her on my all WNBA first team if I was to make that choice. Alyssa Thomas has been brilliant in the playoffs. I don't think she was that good in the regular season. She's been super in the playoffs. So, Dejanay has been brilliant in the playoffs. Like, it's... Heck, even, like, Benai Laney's been terrible. She's been terrible in the playoffs. And then Leni Fibic has been one of the top 10 players in the playoffs in general, overall. So it's like, we got to talk about the sport like it's the sport. But we also have to, in my opinion, we got to treat this sport like it's the sport. I'm sorry, we got to meme this. If we're not meming this, and by the way, I'm not talking about Aces or A'ja fans. Like, if I'm not talking about Aces or A'ja fans, I'm talking about just the general. There's nothing wrong with memeing. Winning isn't for everybody. And you know what? It's probably going to bite us in the ass at some stage when A'ja comes back and wins. But it's just like for everyone who made fun of the Celtics for losing for all those years, and for for losing to the 8th seed, it bit everyone in the ass when they came back to win. That's sports. That's sports for you. And I don't care what anyone says. That's sports. And yeah, obviously, it's a difference between an ideal situation where everyone is nice and is reality. It's not. Like, the fact is, this is an entertainment, and you've got to meme it. You've got to meme it. And I'm sorry. Like, I give you guys, by the way, full permission to take any bad take I've ever made. If you think I've made a hot take or a take that you think's going to age poorly, I give you guys full permission to record it, share it, meme it, because that's sports. That's sports media. Max Kellerman, most known for Iwa and Iguodala. Like, I'm just gonna scroll through mine and look at my bad sports takes. And that's the thing. That's sports media. This was my best sports take ever. Kalel Ware better than Sarr, like a month before the draft. I stand by early A'ja Wilson being a perfect team player. I genuinely thought that she was super at the start of the year. But there were a couple of really bad takes I made. The trade, Caitlin Clark and Leah Boston won't ever work together. That's my worst take. That might be my worst take ever. I'm trying to think what are the really bad takes I've had. I've had some bad ones. Erica Wheeler's trying to sabotage Caitlin Clark was another pretty bad take I had. The Aces are the best team with Chelsea Gray. That's a really bad take. But yeah. Look, that's the reality situation, and this will always come back to haunt A'ja Wilson. Every time A'ja Wilson loses or doesn't win for the rest of her career, it's going to haunt her. This is why you stay off social media. And for anyone saying, oh, you got to be nice, if LeBron did this, if the Celtics did this for winning isn't for everybody, they would never live it down. They have to win every year. Like, A'ja put a target on her back with her interviews, with the way the media had to talk about her, with the way that even if you criticized A'ja Wilson's logo, she would go on social media and be like, and go personal with you when you said her logo is dumb. A'ja Wilson's logo, I get it, it means something. It means something to her, and at the end of the day, cool if Nike approved it. It looks garbage. It looks like a bottle opener. But yeah, that's the video, and I'm guessing by the time this video is up, A'ja Wilson will be added to the list of people that have blocked me, that includes Becky Hammon. Thank you guys for watching.